As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, how long will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last?
They're gonna get married. You heard it here first.
I'm just kind of ready for the next chapter and a new challenge in my life.
I was completely blown away. Those were the first words Caitlyn Clark uttered when talking about the emotional encounter with music star Taylor Swift at a Chiefs vs. Texans game last Saturday. Caitlyn Clark described to her friends that Taylor Swift seemed to become a completely different person. She was like this extremely excited person with every play. At the peak of the climax, she would jump up and down with joy. Sometimes she would frown because Travis fell to the ground. When the Texans scored a TD, she would be quiet and hunched over. Until Trav's TD, she was like releasing all the accumulated energy. Caitlyn also said that Taylor Swift was a person full of energy and never tired, even when they continued with wild parties to celebrate Travis' victory in Kansas. It was the first time the WNBA icon attended a Chiefs game at Travis's invitation. Caitlyn seemed quite shy and quiet, even when Taylor Swift celebrated and jumped up to hug Clark. The WNBA star loosened up a bit and joined the festive atmosphere inside Travis's room at Arrowhead. It was also an unforgettable memory for Clark, because according to TV's 87 source, after the Chiefs vs. Texans game at Arrowhead ended, Clark seemed to get in the car and was about to leave before Taylor could react. The group then went to a bar in KC, with its own DJ, and partied until the early hours of the morning. A bartender told TV's 87 that Caitlyn Clark seemed shocked, because when she was exhausted from attending basketball games, Caitlyn would usually rest early. The basketball star was also extremely surprised that the Chiefs players would also celebrate after going through an extremely stressful and tiring game. It was a big shock for Caitlyn, and it took her a little while, but she ended up fitting in nicely with Taylor and Travis' friends, the source said. They also didn't forget to say that Caitlyn was impressed by Taylor Swift's generosity, as once again, the pop star tipped the staff at Gayha Field in $100 bills. Now, Clark is officially part of the friend group. The WNBA superstar and longtime Kansas City Chiefs fan looked like she was at home inside the VIP suite at Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium on Saturday. She watched the Chiefs beat the Houston Texans 24-13 in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs alongside pop star Taylor Swift, sparking theories by NFL fans about the back-to-back Super Bowl champions. A photo posted to Instagram on Sunday showed Clark surrounded by a group of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce's friends, and it quickly got the attention of fans across social media. "Love the boys with Caitlyn," said a comment on the original photo, posted to Instagram by stylist Eric Jones. "She got the all-black memo too," a fan said of Clark's outfit, while another response posited, "Wonder if she was in the GC with the black fit." Kelce's friends appeared to be matching with Swift's expensive all-black Chanel outfit that she wore to the NFL playoff game. "She turned up," wrote a user who reposted Jones' photo with Clark on X. "She part of the crew," joked a post on X. "It's so over WNBA and haters, lol." Clark was welcomed into Kelce's VIP suite. You can see the photo of him behind Clark in the photo, by the Chiefs star himself. He granted her wish for tickets after she appeared on his podcast, New Heights, on January 2. The Indiana Fever star will attend the Chiefs' next game with the Buffalo Bills at Arrowhead on this weekend, but by the looks of things, she fit in perfectly with the wide range of special guests at Arrowhead Stadium. While videos of Swift and Clark interacting at the game went viral, new photos emerged of Kelce, the pop star, and WNBA phenom. On Sunday, Steven Settle, a close family friend of Kelce from Ohio, posted several pictures from inside the tight end's suite after the Chiefs won. He shared photos of Swift and Clark posing with his friend, Jordan, while a playoff Trav showed up in the postseason. Kelce couldn't explain why. "I wish it was some type of switch or something like that I just turned on in the playoffs," he said. Caitlyn Clark joined Taylor Swift in the Kelce family suite on Saturday to witness a Travis Kelce masterclass as the Kansas City Chiefs took another step towards the Super Bowl. After an inconsistent regular season, Chiefs tight end Kelce returned to his outstanding best against the Houston Texans in his team's quest for an historic third straight Super Bowl title, an ominous sign for the rest of the NFL. With just a point between the teams at the start of the fourth quarter, the 35-year-old Kelce reeled in a Patrick Mahomes pass to score a touchdown with the game on a knife edge. Swift erupted with joy in the VIP suite, leaping to her feet and hugging a visibly stunned Clark. It was the key moment of the game, giving the Chiefs an 8-point lead. They would go on to record a 23-14 victory. Overall, it was a brilliant display from Kelce. In the first quarter, he signaled his return to his finest form by recording a vital 49-yard gain that sent Arrowhead Stadium, and Swift and Clark, Wild, the singer and the WNBA star, were filmed hugging and high-fiving in celebration in their suite. And while it was a tense game at times in Kansas City, Kelce made sure it was one that ended in celebration for his star-studded fans. Clark, the biggest star of the WNBA, is a Chiefs fan, and a huge Swiftie, and revealed earlier this year that the singer had told her she was keen to watch the Chiefs with her. And that day came on Saturday, when Clark was pictured in the VIP suite sat in behind Swift as the NFL playoffs came to a cold and windy Kansas City. They started the game sat apart, but in the third quarter, they swapped seats and sat together, with Clark laughing while Swift spoke to her with her hand covering her mouth. Swift's parents, Andrea and Scott, were also in the suite, and so too were Kelce's parents, Ed and Donna. Going into Saturday's must-win showdown for the Chiefs, rumors resurfaced that whatever happens from here, it could be Kelce's final season in the NFL at the age of 35. But after a day like this, how can Kelce dream of stepping back? It was another tireless, evergreen performance, underlining just how vital he is to one of the most successful teams the sport has seen. With two of America's biggest stars cheering him on at his home patch, "We came out firing on all cylinders," Kelce said after the game. "If you're stepping out on the football field, you've always got something to prove. They're extremely tough individuals, the Texans. They've got a great quarterback. I think tonight Arrowhead was rocking so much we just had a bit more energy." Kelce finished the game with 7 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes praised his teammate in the aftermath of the game. Speaking on the field, Mahomes said, 87, Kelce's number, was gonna show up whenever there's a big-time moment. And he did that. I mean, everybody was asking, where's Travis Kelce at? And I think he showed the world where he's at." Clark's appearance at Arrowhead signals how she is growing close to the Kelce family. She had been rumored to be going to the game after she made an appearance on Kelce's hugely popular New Heights podcast earlier in January. And Clark was seen at Arrowhead just a day after the launch of the new women's basketball league Unrivaled, which she surprisingly opted not to play in. The 22-year-old is a Chiefs fan because she has family that lives in Kansas City, and as a child, would go to a Chiefs game during the holidays. "I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City," she said on her recent New Heights appearance. "So that's just the closest NFL team. My dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up. People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick, Mahomes, and Travis. We were ride or dies, so we've been big fans." Clark also went to 2 of Swift's Eras Tour shows in Indianapolis earlier this year and caught another Eras show the year before. Saturday's win means the Chiefs are now just 1 win away from next month's Super Bowl. They will return to Arrowhead next Sunday night, where they will play the winner of the Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills in order to punch their ticket to New Orleans in February. Swift will surely be back, and after a day like this, it would take something to keep Clark away as well. It emerged earlier this week that Kelce's family suite had to be moved 2 blocks in the stadium after he started dating Swift. The couple went public in September 2023 when she made a surprise appearance at the Chiefs game against Chicago Bears at Arrowhead. A Chiefs season ticket holder explained this week that it caused such a commotion that from then on, the suite was moved along to keep spectators, and Swift, safe. That day, when Swift and Kelce went public, Clark wrote on X, "Taylor Swift. Welcome to the good side."